I was calling my OB every single day. I kid you not.
I cannot fuck with you, baby, you right. You are not for me, goodbye. You ain't shit to me. Shit to me. You ain't shit to me. Shit to me. You denied everything.
Hey guys. So I'm back with another video. Today's video is going to be a first trimester recap. I am currently 20 weeks and a half. I've been wanting to do this video, not because my first trimester was crazy, but just because like I want to keep track of it, you know, like I want to do first, second, and third trimester recaps. I was gonna do this video way sooner, but too much was going on. I was in Italy, I came back, stuff was crazy. I found my phone, the other phone. I think my brother has it, but I'm reading. I have all my notes on here that I took, so I'm reading it off of my laptop. So I'm gonna just start with like the first symptoms that I had, which were literally just period like cramps. So like small period cramps, and it was around the time that I was supposed to get my period, so I was like, oh, maybe I'm just getting my period, but no. Cramps were like so mild, like, and so like not severe that I was like putting two and two together basically, and that lasted for about 2 weeks, and I had like just like mild cramping, and then after 2 weeks it pretty much stopped. And when I say cramping, I mean like it would come for like a couple of minutes and then just go away for like hours, and then it would come again for a couple of minutes, maybe like from 1 to like 6 minutes, 5-6 minutes. That's what like the cramping would be like. And let me tell you, I was calling my OB every single day, dude, like, because at one point, like, you know when you research thing on the internet and like it goes way further than what it's supposed to go. So I was researching, is it normal to like feel cramps for like 2 weeks? And I was reading, oh, cramps should last like a day. And I'm like, excuse me, I've been having these cramps for weeks. But yeah, so I called my OB for that. And then I called my OB because I read that usually like miscarriages are led by like when you feel cramping more on one side or like one side or another more than like pretty much the whole thing, then it could lead to a miscarriage. So like as soon as I read that, like I called my OB and I was like, girl, like I don't know what to do. It's only on the left side. That's what the side that I was feeling it on. And she was like, well, don't worry too much. If you start bleeding, call us. That's when I stopped calling my OB like after a while, because like I was like, I'm probably just annoying her and it's probably all normal. That was my first, like the first few weeks before my appointment. When I had my first ever appointment, the first thing they did was literally obviously the ultrasound, and I'll put a picture of my first ultrasound on here. But basically how it went is that like she looked for it, she told me how many weeks I was, she told me everything else, and then she showed me like the actual picture of the baby. And the first thing that she said was, here's your little peanut. You know, I just like the whole appointment, like I said in my, I think I said it in my Q&A, I was just crying the whole appointment, because I was just like, this is crazy. Like, she's really there, the heartbeat's there and everything's there. The symptoms were pretty much that I had the first trimester were pretty much just nausea. Like, and when I say nausea, I mean like literally probably only like 5 days out of the whole first trimester I had nausea, but I did not have any vomiting or anything like that. I just had nausea, and I forget to what it was, but I think one of the times was because I smelled something and it was just so like disgusting, and I was like, ew. So that's when I had nausea the first time. And then after that, I don't remember what I had nausea for, but it was just like probably like at most 5 times. I didn't have much appetite. I was eating, but I didn't have like much appetite. Like a lot of the times I would just eat to eat. I didn't have like heartburn or anything, but I just didn't, like, I was not hungry at all like that. I slept on my left side like almost every single night. I fell asleep on my left side. I don't know if that was just my conscience telling me like sleep on your left side because this is what's best for the baby. Like the whole first trimester, I honestly really thought it was a boy. We all know it's a girl. You know, the wives' tales and stuff, all the stuff that was said in the wives' tales, like boy or girl, all led to a boy. Pretty much everything that I was experiencing was it's a boy, it's a boy, it's a boy, it's a boy. And I'm like, okay, so I'm having a boy. And then like when I had my gender reveal, it really shocked me that it was a girl, because it's like, what the hell? Like, you know, when you don't get acne, it's a boy. When you sleep on your left side, apparently it's a boy. What else did I do? When you eat, like when you're craving a lot of like salty stuff and not sweet, it's a boy. And that was literally every single day. Like I was like, and still till this day, my cravings are all salty and like just like salty things. Like I don't like sweets like that. I'm starting to like eat a few sweets here and there, but not too much. Like I always want salty things, and I really thought it was a boy, honestly. Like I really did. Weight gain, I gained about 4 to like 6 or 7 pounds or something like that. I don't know if like that's regular, that's normal. My OB said that I was doing fine for like my height and my weight and everything. Like she said, like she didn't really yell at me and tell me like, oh, you're doing it wrong. Like no, she didn't. Yeah, so I was about like 4 to 6 pounds. It wasn't too much in the first trimester. I don't even want to know how much I gained now because I know it's a lot. But yeah, that was pretty much the weight gain, because I don't know, I forget how much I was before and how much I was when I went to the OB, but I know it was about like a 4 to like 6 or 7 pound weight gain. My cravings for the first trimester, I didn't really have much. Like I said in my first in the Q&A video, I didn't really have much cravings. Like I wasn't craving like a certain specific type of thing. But I remember 2 big things that I was eating a lot, and it was the sour, like the sweet and sour airheads, like the stripe, the long stripe thingies. I don't know what they're called. And I was eating those like back to back. And then for salty, it was grilled cheese with like cooked salami on it. I don't know why, don't ask why, but like I feel like it was a weird combo. But my mom used to make it. And like one day I literally just thought of salami and grilled cheese, so I was like, that's perfect, like that's what I'm eating today. I found out the gender, I forget what week I was at, but it was after my second ultrasound appointment. She was like, I could kind of tell, but I don't even if I wanted to tell you, like I wouldn't, because like I don't want to lead you on to something. So I had, right after the ultrasound, that I'm going to post a picture of it too, right after the ultrasound, I went to the doctor part. I don't know, it's weird. But I went there and I got my blood taken and everything else to like see if my baby has like Down syndrome or anything like that. And with that, it was the genetic testing too, like to see if it was a boy or a girl. And then she said, yeah, you'll have your results and like we'll call you in like a week or something. They never called me, so I'm like, you know what, it's been like it was a week and like 2 days. I called them and I was like, hey, I'm just waiting for my genetic testing and like the abnormality testing, whatever it was called. And they were like, oh yeah, I came in like a few days ago, I thought they called you. And I was like, no, nobody called me. It literally came in 2 days ago. But yeah, so she was like, yeah, it's in. So I had them call my boyfriend's mom, and then she found out and everything. And then I called her after. I was like, did they tell you? And she was like, yup. And she wasn't trying to say anything. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna shut up and like wait 3 weeks literally. When I called them, I was 13 weeks, I think. Yeah, 13 weeks. And then I had my gender reveal at 17 weeks. So yeah, like about 3 weeks wait to find out the gender. But yeah, and then the gender was a girl, and I was super surprised because I'm like, what the hell? Like I kind of feel like I knew, but it was like I'm surprised still because like it does not feel like it. The prenatals I used one certain kind for the whole first trimester. And I think it was a Hello, something like that, the brand. I'll post a picture of it. But that was the brand of the prenatals, and I really did want to stick to those. But after like the first trimester, like before I had to have my trip to Italy, I swear I could not find those prenatals anywhere. Like I went to like 5 different stores and I could not find them. So I'm like, what the hell? And I wasn't in time to like order them online or anything. So I just switched to the ones that I have now, the ones over there. But I switched to those and they work the same. And I have another box. It's the same brand, but it's like a different like boxing, like a different like design. But there's 2 more topics that I want to talk about, and the first one is spotting. So spotting, I literally didn't have any spotting until the day before my first ultrasound, and I was like, dude, when I tell you I started crying because I was so scared. I was like, it wasn't even the day before, it was the morning of the ultrasound, and I was already like nervous as hell to go to the ultrasound. So I was like, what the hell, like why am I spotting, why am I bleeding, why am I doing this, why am I doing that? But it wasn't like too bad. It was kind of like that, like very light red-ish. But so when I went to the first ultrasound, she asked me, she was like, oh, have you had any like severe cramping or like bleeding or spotting or anything? And I was like, actually I had spotting this morning, and like I'm super worried. That one time that I spotted though, I was dead ass like crying. Like I was in my bathroom, I was like, what am I gonna do, what am I gonna do, like this is crazy. Yeah, so that was the first time. But after that I never had spotting again, and I still haven't had spotting. So yeah, I think it was only that one time. I don't know what it was, but she said it could happen. She said it happens to anybody. There's people that literally bleed through the pregnancy and it's fine. But yeah, the last topic I want to talk about is my mental health, which was the worst in my first trimester. I'm still kind of unstable now, because physically, like I said, I didn't really go through much. I was fine physically, but like mentally I was going through like so much, and I feel like it really put me in a dark spot. Like I said in my Q&A, I had a miscarriage last year. In June they told me that I was gonna have a miscarriage basically, but literally like after that and knowing that I'm pregnant now, like it literally scared the shit out of me. Like I was so scared and I didn't know what to do. I was like, what if I go through miscarriage again? What if I have to like go through it again? Like what if I lose my baby again? When I first found out, that was my first thought, like what if I have a miscarriage? What if I lose it again? What if I lose my baby? It's like every single day I kept researching on like internet. Google would literally give me the same exact answers, but like I felt like I was reading it all over again for like the first time. And it was I was basically just searching up like what causes a miscarriage, what can lead to a miscarriage, like how not to have a miscarriage. Like I was just searching that shit every single day because I was so scared. When I first heard the heartbeat, like immediately I looked up like what are the chances of having a miscarriage after you hear the heartbeat, and it said like after like a certain amount of weeks the chances were like slimmer every week. And once I reached 11 weeks, that's when it said like that the chance of miscarriage was like 0.1 or something like that. So that kind of calmed me down. Even my OB was telling me, don't worry too much, like if you stress, that's gonna go to the baby and stuff. So like I was trying not to stress, but it was impossible. Like I don't know, like if anybody had a miscarriage, like comment down below how you felt having a baby after, because like honestly, like I was going crazy. Like I was just going through it. And like plus on top of that, like being depressed and having anxiety and stuff, like it really doesn't help. So that was like all of those were literally just like factors into how my mental health was like really bad and really down low. I feel like now I've gotten better a little bit, but honestly it's still the same. Like honestly I still like overthink, I still like go through my own things, and it's crazy. That's pretty much it for my first trimester recap. I really don't know what else to put in. because that was pretty much everything that I experienced through my first trimester. I hope you guys like this video. I have probably a few more weeks until I hit my third trimester, until I get it. I think, when do you hit the first trimester? Don't you hit the first trimester like when you hit 6 months? I don't know, but anyways, I'm definitely gonna have a video coming soon of my second trimester feelings and my second trimester recap. It's going better, that's all I can say, but I'm just gonna save it all for that video. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like and subscribe. So me and my cat want to say have a good day to everybody, and be happy, be safe, and yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. I don't know what video I should do pregnancy next, so if you guys have any ideas, please comment down below because it would help me. But yeah, so I'll see you guys in my next video.